Lions 1960, hashtag #FDeBears. Do you still think there's a chance we could sign Teddy 2 Gloves? I'd feel much better with veteran QB2 rather than suck-failed Mark.
I heard that ship has sailed. I don't know. I read an article not too long ago as well that that they are happy with Sudfeld and the future of Hooker. So, and Adrian Martinez is in there too somewhere, the UDFA that they picked up. So, I guess there's always a chance. Anything can happen in training camp. Someone can go down. Someone could tweak something. So, I know the offer was on the table a while ago. Teddy Ballgame wanted to test the waters. He wanted to see what happened in the draft. There's been no real talk about him, but the latest I've heard, and it's just that that they're content right now with their quarterbacks on the roster. So never say never, but I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. I thought he would have been signed here. I really did. I was kind of hoping they were going to sign him, but it just never happened.
Hashtag Lions. Do you guys think we should go for Ndamukong Suh before preseason?
Yeah.
Ndamukong Suh. I like how you said that there. Luke, would you like to see Suh back in the Honolulu blue and silver?
I never wanted him to leave. I was ready to move on from Calvin Johnson for draft picks to keep Ndamukong Suh. I felt that what he brought to the defense was accountability, and he was the exact thing that we needed for this city. He was our Ben Wallace, and we somehow ran him up out of here with stupid stuff. And the reality is this: at this point, no, I don't want him back. We are building a team that is going to be based around youth. That's going to be based around a different style of football. And Ndamukong is looking for a team that he can get another ring with. Now, could that be the Lions? Sure. But at the end of the day, if he comes in, he's taking somebody's spot. And I like what we have so far in terms of Liam McNeil and Pascal. And let them guys play. I got to see what they are. I can't keep putting people in front of them and then trying to say, oh, we got good backups. I'm not looking for backups. We didn't draft these guys to be backups. We're looking for starters and people who can help us win now.
Yeah. Western Line, will Starling V beat out anyone in the secondary? Yeah, Will Harris. That's who he beats out. I'm saying it right now in a Futu Melifonwu.
More like you praying it.
I'm praying it to an existence. We know what we have with him. It's known for years.
Hey.
I'll never forget they trade Quandre Diggs, and then he'll be fine. Yeah, that was a bad day. I was actually talking to Luke when that happened, and I was just beep, beep, beep.
Oh yeah, we were both confused. Like we was confused. We was like, for who? For Tavon Wilson? Like, are we doing this for real?
Oh,
for Tavon Wilson.
Phil Phelps, hashtag FGB. Starling Thomas looks fast. Maybe a kick returner. His pro day 40 was 4.3. Potentially he could be, and that's another way he can make the roster over a Will Harris is him doing it in special teams. So he could be a dual. Is Thomas still likely to make the team? I would say above Harris, yeah. Above a Futu Melifonwu, yeah.
Yeah, he's flashed. He's flashed in practice before, so
yeah. You got to do it though. Like just because you flash in practice doesn't mean it actually goes on the field. So that's something that you got to see too in preseason and all of that lovely stuff there. Mm-hmm. Do you want Luke Starling to make the team over Will Harris?
I don't really care because I'm at a point now where most of these people, I'm just like, listen, when I tell you I say this, I mean this truthfully. Any person who can come in and have immediate impact that I can recognize with my eye, not all this pro football focus talk, not all these other statistics, but my eyes told me I saw a dog. When I saw James Houston, I went, oh, that's a dog. There was nothing. I didn't need no stat to tell me that he was a dog and that he was underutilized. I didn't need nothing else. My eyes told me that, right? Any player that come in and do that, I'm excited for it. Do I think he makes this team? Not a chance in hell. Like if I had to bet on my last dollar for a sandwich or a lottery ticket, I'm taking the sandwich because I'm telling you right now, the luck is not going to be with this one. It's just not. And to me,
what sandwich it is.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get you a spicy Italian, however you want to do it. It's up to you. You know, if you're going out there to Jimmy John's, get you the 14, the bootlegger, you might be really doing something. But I'm just saying, at some point, I think I think if I was a betting man, I'm not betting that he's making the team, and I'm not betting that just because he ran a 4.3. So what? Everybody runs 4.3s and 4. I don't care. You know, can he cover? Can he be valuable on special teams? Whose spot is he taking? Like, these are questions I want to know.
We need a free agent run stopper defensive tackle, Lion King. Do you think that we need a run stopper there, Mark Orum?
Well, they drafted one in the 3rd round named Broderick Martin, who's a mountain of a man. So, you know, he's going to help with that run game, run defense. You know, he's going to be a guy there. I thought maybe they should have addressed it maybe again or earlier. They did bring in a guy named Christian Covington. He's another guy that I'd like to keep an eye on too on defense, by the way. He's a little bit of a smaller defensive tackle, though. Might play that Levi O role. So I personally don't think they're done maybe picking up another defensive tackle. I think you might see one coming in. Not going to say it's going to be a big trade or anything like that, but there could be a free agent that they bring in that could help stop the run. So, you know, I think a lot of us can agree that we wanted to see a little bit more because let's be honest, man, when Broderick Martin got drafted, everybody was looking around going, who? You know what I mean? Because this guy, you know, he was a little bit of a reach. But again, Brad Holmes does not care about our positional values or our draft boards or anybody else's. They liked the guy. They saw something in him. So, yeah, I would like them to bring somebody in. But Brad Holmes, is he thinking the same? I don't know.
I just love how generous you are, Mo. Like, I love how generous you are. Like, a little bit of a reach, a little bit. Like,
I'm just trying.
Come on.
Yeah, I know, man. Hey, man, I'm just saying. Like, I say that because I'm not a draft guru. You know what I mean? So
that's fair. That's fair.
Obviously, I get it, man. Everybody, Broderick Martin was over there, while every other defensive tackle was right here. I know he was supposed to go. What, on the 3rd day? He was literally setting up for a party with his mom or something like that, and he got the call. And he's like, because he thought he was going to be a day 3 guy. And
he probably should have.
Yeah.
But I hope he pan out though. Given on what we passed right there.
Huge, right? He's a huge guy. He should help with the run. Like, he's going to take up space. He's a space eater, a double team guy. So, you know, I trust Holmes right now. Hopefully he develops sooner than later, right?
Should the Detroit Lions trade for Stefon Diggs, Luke?
Oh my God, Jesus. Okay. All right. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not at home. I'm at somebody else's house. I had to tell myself this message because I want to rant. Stop it. Stop. Where's the Michael Jordan skit at? Stop it. Get some help. You know, where's that at? Every person that comes available, we want. We wanted Hopkins. We just can't have everybody. And your receiving core without Jameson was still the #1 scoring offense. Like, you don't need more receivers. You brought in Marvin Jones. It's not like he's a slouch. Like, you don't need it. And I hate to say it. They had the #1 scoring offense, and they couldn't even really count on DJ Chark in the early part when he was the #1 scoring offense. So, no, don't ask for it. Don't dream of it. Don't pray for it. Don't do no seance. Just leave it alone. Let it fly. Let it no to the Diggs. No.
The reason why there's 2 reasons why 3 reasons why it's not going to happen. First off, he's going to cost way too much money. He's not a Dan Campbell type of guy. He's a diva. And unfortunately, what the media doesn't realize is the Lions wide receivers are not bad. Everyone keeps slouching on Marvin Jones and Khalif Raymond. To me, Khalif Raymond's the most underappreciated wide receiver in football. I don't understand it.
All they did was perform when people thought they were a trash receiving core. They performed above and beyond what people expected. Like
they did.
Like Reynolds was no slouch. He was very reliable. He had a number of big catches. You still got Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's going to cause a lot of problems and havoc, stuff like that. But we're crying out loud. Enough of this. Can we trade for this receiver and that receiver? Somebody got Braylon and Herm's number. Call them up to see if they want to join this conversation too. Because at the end of the day, if we're just going to be bringing in receivers because they're available, let's go down the whole list. Like, come on.
The only way I see something is if there would be a significant injury to one of our main guys. That would really be it. And but look at the depth; it's not bad. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jamison Williams, who will come back, Josh Reynolds, Khalif Raymond. They're pretty good. Marvin Jones Jr., Antoine Green, whom we did draft and we got to develop, and that's pretty good. And we lost wide receivers last year. And guess what? The guys who are on the practice squad, like Tom Kennedy, would come in and fill in just fine. So I'm not worried about the wide receiver position. I don't see the absolute need that, like, oh, they're the 10 worst in the NFL. I don't get it. Khalif Raymond, he's really damn good. All he does is catch footballs and make big plays. He's fast. He gets open. Him and Jared Goff are on the same page. He makes big plays. He makes small plays. Really good wide receiver. I think he's the most underrated one in all of football. It's like, no one talks about this guy. He's the forgotten player that I don't want to lose. I definitely don't want.
And don't forget about. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
And don't forget about the tight end unit. The tight end unit is going to help out tremendously. These wide receivers, man. Sam Laporta going up the seam. You know, he's a good route runner. So it's going to be a good offense again. We don't need to be going after these big name wide receivers, Stefon Diggs, Hopkins. You know,
only if a big time injury occurs, like you lose Amon-Ra St. Brown for the year, week 1. That would be a big hit to Lions, but
yeah,
something like that. That's really it. Like in my opinion,
Mike. I'm gonna even take it a step further. I don't even think them losing Amon-Ra St. Brown will be a big hit. Not if the things will go the way that people are looking at it with Laporta and Gibbs, they're still your underneath guys, right? Like you have to, they're going to be the guys that's going to cause you problems. I don't think, like, don't get me wrong, I think Amon-Ra St. Brown's a dog. Like he was a guy that I danced for when we got him. He was one of the guys I spotlighted the moment I watched him escort a guy off the field doing a blocking, in the real game. But at the end of the day, I'm also like, hey, this team is built to score and score in many different ways. This trade for receiver stuff got to stop. We need to burn this one down bad. Like, it needs to stop.
David Barnett, # we need all quarterbacks to look great in training so we can have a great starter, backup, and trade bait. What quarterbacks? We're not going to be trading any quarterbacks. Jared Goff's going to be here, and a hooker we drafted, and Nate Sudfeld. No one's going to trade for him. Not a single.
Right, like who's trading for Nate Sudfeld? Like, raise your hands. I'll wait. Nate
Sudfeld's wife won't even trade for him. So
right, like it just doesn't make sense.
The Lion King, # 32 looks better than Walker. Could he start? Talking about Brian Branch. If he looks better,
wearing 32. Branch wearing 32.
Could be. I don't know the exact number.
I don't think he's going to start. I don't think Branch is going to start right away, but I think they're going to use him in some packages. Because he's another guy, versatility. Can play nickel. He played 90% of his snaps, I believe, at Alabama last year at the nickel spot. So you're going to see him at nickel. You're going to see him at safety, different packages. And just like Mike talked about earlier, all these guys are versatile. C.J. Gardner-Johnson's the same way.
Awesome.
Cam Sutton can come inside. So it's going to be scheme related and situational, I think. But
I couldn't believe Brian Branch was still on the board.